Hello, the doc is in, and welcome back to another spoilers coverage of Jujutsu Kaisen, chapter 265. Now, to give a little recap from last time, if you don't remember, I mean, you should, but last chapter, we ended off with Yuji opening his domain and was cutting into a train station somewhere with Sukuna in Yuji's form, well, Sukuna, Yuji Kuna, and Yuji being there, and Yuji basically inviting Sukuna to take a walk with him. It's like, hey, come on, you got somewhere to go. End of chapter. Now, covering this spoilers situation, what's happening, what's going to happen in the next chapter. Well, seemingly, it's not 100% clear, and a lot of this chapter is mostly dialogue. So, because spoilers, dialogue isn't always 100% clear, and sometimes they may just mess up the translations, I'm going to give the gist. So the gist of it is, seemingly Yuji is either A, in some kind of soul realm with Sukuna, kind of similar to let's say early on in the series where Sukuna brought Yuji into his domain realm, kind of, right? It's not like real per se. Option 2 is that this is literally his domain. But Sukuna's not taking any damage so far. What's gonna happen is that Yuji basically wants to have a chat with Sukuna. So he basically walks through like his whole life. Well, not Sukuna's life, but Yuji walks through his life and showing Sukuna all the various moments in his life. And they have little competitions here and there. Like they fish for crawdads and they have a little archery competition and stuff. And basically he's just walking through all the various events, talking about Christmas, he's talking about drinking hot chocolate, talking about catching the locusts, talking about living in the city, living with his grandpa, talking about how his grandpa was kind of like his dad or just a parent in general, so on and so forth. And eventually Sukuna's like, bruh, we've been doing this for like literally like 15 pages. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, not even says he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he's sort of like, just like, get to the point. We're not buddy buddy, clearly. So why are we doing all this? And so basically, Yuji's like, I'm trying to teach you a lesson. I basically learned something. I want to share it with you, which is that, like, his initial belief about life was that, it's best to like do your role and then die properly. So initially it was about helping people get to their proper deaths. That didn't work. That's Maito. So then he became like a cog. So he's like, you gotta do your role. But then he was like, you know what, actually take the role thing, take it up a level. Let's get a little bit more philosophical. And where he realized that, doing your role isn't something specific. Doing your role could really be anything. Like, there isn't a particular role for anybody. Like, your role can really be determined by whatever you really decide. What he realizes is that the way to get a proper death, or really the meaning of life in a sense, is to create memories. I believe it's going to say with the people around you, or create memories with people in your life. And he kind of specifies that, like, it doesn't have to be major memories or anything. It can really, even if you're just like someone who just sits on his TV all day watching TV and goes to sleep and gets up, eats again, blah 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 blah, on repeat. Even still, just creating those memories are good. So even if it's not enough to necessarily be like a full picture, someone's like, oh yeah, I know this guy deeply and intimately. Even if that's not the case, it's still good to create memories. It still shows the value of a human life. And it's kind of like, I want to show this to you, and I find it bad of people who do take away or point out the idea that human life isn't valuable, because even if this isn't a lot, it still has value. Even if you want to say one individual's life isn't particularly important, that doesn't mean that it has no value, even have a little value. Which directly speaks to Sukuna, because Sukuna is basically like, anybody who's weak has no value, which obviously is against Yuji's ideals, which, as he's just explained, is that everyone has some kind of value, even if you want to argue that they don't have a lot, right? And so Yuji does this whole philosophical thing, and Sukuna's like, bruh, I still don't care. I really don't, sorry. And then he's like basically explaining like, yeah, this does not move me. And he's like, wait, hold on. Are you fucking pitying me? Like, wait, hold on. Are you giving me this philosophical thing because you pity me? And Yuji's like, Yeah, a little. Sukuna starts losing his shit, and Yuji's basically like, all right, here's the deal. All right, you're in my domain. I can kill you at any time I want. Leave Megumi's body and rejoin mine, and maybe we can both live. And so, of course, Sukuna's like, fuck that. He basically starts crashing out because he's just like, yeah, I fucking hate you. The audacity of you to not only look down on me, but then to make demands of me, telling me, oh yeah, leave my friend's body and come be in my soul body cage. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And so that is the end of chapter. And then there's a break next week. Okay, it's not Geike's fault. It's Jump's break. It's the official break for Japanese holiday. But damn it, Geike. Much of either way though, that's what happens in this chapter. We'll go do a full review of everything and definitely get into the nitty gritty of the philosophy / point of everything that's being said on Friday. Till then, peace.